Good morning. Here we are with another video today. And today what I'm going to do is basically going to be creating a new project that I'm going to use when I am building out my applications in Lovable. One of the projects specifically for help with writing the Lovable prompts, but also one that I can use as a thought partner to create the PRDs and any of the other documentation that I might also want to include in the Lovable custom knowledge for each project. And so I'm going to create a project in Chat GPT, which I'll be using in conjunction with Lovable as we go through these exercises. And so just thought I would record that and show you guys what I'm doing because it's all part of the process. So let's jump right in. Okay, so first thing, gonna create a new project. Don't have a name for it yet, but let's go with, don't have a name for it yet, but let's go with Lovable prompt writer. I can always change it later. Can I change it later? I think I can. And then I think I'm going to do is find the files I'm going to use. Should be somewhere on my desktop. I'm just going to go ahead and add some files. Let's see. Extract these. All right. So I have a bunch of these, and I'm actually going to show you how I got these docs. While that's uploading, so pretty much for most of these, what I did, I actually went to Lovable's documentation, and I basically pulled a bunch of this stuff into a Word doc and created a PDF. There's lots of good stuff here that is relevant to this. So that was what I did. Nothing magical. And so now we have all those files available here. Okay. So these are the ones around prompting. I'm going to actually do two separate projects, one for prompting and then one that's going to be more of a thought partner to help me planning beforehand is relevant. Okay. And then in terms of instructions, okay, so instructions, I can always come back and re-edit this, but basically I gave it a persona, I gave it a task, context, and then the format in which I would want this. So you experienced prompt engineer, it has to be to help me write prompts that I can use in Lovable as I build my project. Input will be provided in various forms, could be a PRD, blah, blah. I want them in a modular and sequential nature, building one on top of the other. And then I want the output in markdown format. Find an output for each of the prompts. Please just be specific as possible. All right, so there you have it. I have my files. I have my instructions. And then I think the next thing I'm going to do is actually create another project that I'm going to use as a thought partner in putting together the PRD and in brainstorming in brainstorming some of this stuff. So that'll be a separate video, but I just wanted to show you guys basically how I'm going to do this. Okay, so I think that's good for today. Just wanted to give you guys some insight into how I plan to use the projects in Chat GPT to assist in my builds in Lovable. This will be the starting ground in terms of laying the foundation so that we're not just jumping into Lovable and starting to build without a plan, but really using tools like Chat GPT to do our planning before we get into Lovable. And so that's today's video. Just wanted to have something to show, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.